We're going to get to the not the Nate team.
No, the Jocks.
The Jocks. That's what we call them. The Jocks.
Well, let's just start from last year. Last year, Nathan Zolta begged. When I say begged, he got on his hands and knees in his. Happened to be wearing only his boxers. It was the weirdest thing.
To be Mr. T boxers.
To be a captain, and he's like, "Please, I swear to you, I'm going to be the best captain ever." And it was the biggest utter failure in history of captainship.
I won't go that far.
The biggest failure in history of captainship.
No, Nathan, we love him.
I love Zolta, though.
And he wants back in as captain, and we gave him the shot.
We're giving him second chance.
Let's see what happens.
And let's see what he does with that chance.
He did get what he wanted. Now, in the first round, he got very lucky that Johnny Eliezer jumped right into the league right before the draft.
Right, so that definitely to get the star shortstop.
Let me tell you, I was talking to a couple of guys tonight, and Johnny, his team right now actually won 2 this week. He's on a team that's struggling in the YMSL, but Johnny is a bright spot. There's nothing short.
Let me tell you something about Johnny. Johnny is possibly the second best shortstop after Mo Shama in this league.
Yeah, it's...
I know Stephen Ginty just got ruffled a little bit. Oh, he's not in the league still.
He's not in the league this year.
Okay, so Stephen, whatever. But no, listen, I think Johnny Eliezer is that damn good.
He really is. He's athletic. He's speeding fast.
And he's cocky, and he knows he's good.
He's got power to all fields. He's clutch. He's a winner. He has that attitude. So, Johnny being their first pick was the right pick, was a great pick.
Listen, then they got Max Yedid as their pitcher, who was attached at Nathan's hip, basically.
In the night league, at least. That's what it's working. But you know what? I played against Max today. Max was better than ever. He was pitching great.
Max, you have to remember, he's not an old man. He's getting better every single year.
Right. He's only getting taller and wider and more mature. And he's getting smarter. I don't think he walked anybody over the last 2 weeks.
But Max is definitely becoming a better pitcher. Year in, year out.
That's another one. So now they have with their first three picks, because Nathan was slotted in the third round.
Right.
Johnny Eliezer, Nathan, and the pitcher on the mound. Similar to the Tigers, the way they started their setup.
Right.
Which is a good setup. Then he went right into getting in a trade. He got one of the biggest bats in the league. One of the biggest bats in every league we play in, Michael Solomon.
As we all know, Michael Solomon is, bar none, as Max was just saying, the premier bat usually in a lineup every single year.
We have him in a lineup. Whoever's hitting in front of him is going to see pitches. Put Michael men on base in clutch spots. He comes through.
Listen, it comes down to how he's going to react to play with these kids.
Right. Well, listen, I spoke to Michael. He seemed excited to play with Johnny. He knows Max is a great pitcher. There's a couple of question marks on this team, obviously.
Listen, Saban won the World Series last year.
That's right. He won the World Series twice in this league.
He's coming off of a very strong year last year, and he might not, be able to take anything less than that. So we'll see if it'll work against him.
Can be a little hard on his team. Well, again, he's very strong first baseman fielding wise too. He's got Johnny at short with David Shrem at third.
Right, David Shrem at third.
Themselves. David Shrem being one of the veterans on this team. That's going to keep the team in check.
And we know that when Zolta was drafting his team, he had to take his boys like Sammy Esses, and he had to get his guys that he was obsessed with having last year in the team, which was also his brother, little Zolta. He has no first name. No one knows his first name.
He has a good left fielder. Oh, DC.
Oh, David Cohen. Big addition.
Right, but very good, steady fielding left fielder.
And wait, listen, DC's a good leadoff hitter. DC's a good player.
So he could be a little sneaky guy on this team.
No, I know.
The lineup's going to have DC with Zolta, Johnny Eliezer, and Saban.
The big X factor for this team are these two kids, Nathan Kushner and the Laundromax, Sam Laundromax.
So these guys, they were taken very late. Nobody knows about them. They're Max's roommates.
Lawton,
thank you. For all we know, they might be playing in 12 of the leagues.
I heard that we have this kid Kushner playing, and he's a very athletic basketball player, and he's always running up and down. He's an athletic kid, so he might translate well to the softball field.
They could be steals. I know one of them, Max was telling me, he believes could play a very strong outfield.
Who, Lawton?
I think Lawton, yeah. So, and Kushner might be the second baseman. They ended up getting Ralph Mendil to be a catcher, which I think will only make Max a better pitcher.
Yeah, I agree, because Mendil is a catcher-minded catcher.
Yes, he comes there to catch. He's excited to catch. Sets up the pitchers, and he keeps them in a rhythm.
You get the gist of the team. It comes down to can his late pick shine to make the rest of the team round it out.
They're going to need Kushner and Lawton, one of the two at least, to be better than where they were picked.
Listen, don't get me wrong. This team definitely has skill and definitely has talent. in the right places at shortstop. You have the 4-hitter in Sabon. You have, I know he's having a rough year, Zolta in the YMSL, but we know Zolta can play, and we have Maxi Dean on the mound. But really, the rest of the team has to round into form for them to go places.
Right. There was a couple, to me, questionable picks in the middle of the draft. But like we said, if they're late rounders, which could be steals, could elevate themselves a little bit, it could make them a real team.
I agree.
When you have a good pitcher on the mound, like we were saying about Rob, if there's a good pitcher on the mound with a well-played defensive team, all you need is a couple of runs to win.
The next team we're going to be talking about,
jump right into the first team who had first pick overall this year. Oh, no, I'm sorry. I'm wrong about that. We're going to go to number 42.
42, based after the movie, as we own the Jackie Robinson movie. Maurice Haber wanted to be classier after last year's Dictators, HIV,
Maurice had
Aladdin.
to pay Nemi Katz rights to take this name.
Which is very true, because Nemi right away said he wanted 42 because his black brethren made the whole jump into, just the way Jackie Robinson jumped into America being a black baseball player. Nemi jumped into
M&S.
Into M&S being the first black baseball player.
Being a gentleman, he allowed Maurice to name the team that. And Maurice's team is the team that jumps out to everybody. Simply because, first off the bat, A.B. Cohen, his pitcher, went late.
Listen,
Third round.
Bottom line is, as we all know, A.B. Cohen is a top pitcher. I don't know how you want to rank number 1, number 2, he's a top pitcher that is really supposed to win the World Series if he has a good team. One of those 3 pitchers.
Talk about having a good team.
So good.
He's got a good team.
His team is damn good,
He's got the outfield of a championship team of last year.
Well, last year's outfield that won the championship was who?
Ali in center.
Ali Marshall.
No more.
We don't got to say it. Ali Marshall wins the MVP every year, and rightfully so. I know
Biggest
Rob wants to win the MVP, and rightfully so.
Rightfully is right there too. But
guess what? Ali is just.
Ali is in center field. Bobby Safdie, who played phenomenal last year. He's in better shape this year.
Listen, I saw Bobby without a shirt on. I know he always has no shirt on, but now he really got cut.
He's been working in the store with no shirt on. I think it's been working.
Yeah.
And their right fielder, again, was the right fielder of the championship team last year, David Beta. So they have a solid outfield with, I don't want to put anything away from Mikey. Mikey pitched unbelievable last year, but I think Mikey will understand A.B. Cohen on the mound is maybe a step above. A.B.'s one of the top
Not maybe pitchers. A step above. A.B. Cohen is a 10-time champion.
He's a winner.
He's the winner.
He's right there. He's one of the best pitchers in our community.
We just have to hope he shows up every single week.
Right. So, no, he's been good. Now, A.B. slotted with A.B. Saka. And A.B. Saka may come those 2 weeks that A.B. Cohen can't.
And as we made the rule, those weeks that A.B. Saka subs in for A.B. Cohen, he will not swing the bat because A.B.'s a great hitter.
Okay, that's one off the bat. Now, they also got a bat that we failed to say, Jimmy Malach.
Okay.
Jimmy Malach.
Jimmy's there with Sabon as a hitter.
Right. Jimmy, so now you got Ali and Jimmy back to back. So last year Ali had Sabon. This year he's got Jimmy.
I think it's almost the same exact thing.
Could be the same.
You're not losing much on that. And Bobby, and we have Haas, was a great bat in that lineup.
Big addition. The one question this team has, and it is a great question, and it's a big, big question.
And you know what? This is actually might be the only reason they might not be favorited to win the World Series.
Right. Is they're going into the season without anybody who you could really look at on the team and say he's playing shortstop.
There's no reliable shortstop on the left side of the infield on a whole. You're saying where should I put anybody?
Right, that's question.
They have to hope A.B. Duche, the rookie kid, could play decent infield just to get him by.
Rumor has it Jimmy Malach's going to be the starting shortstop. He's told me that he's played it in other leagues.
I've seen Jimmy play third. He doesn't get to get the job done.
So he tells me he's very excited to do it. He tells me that he's confident he's going to do a great job. Maurice was thinking about playing short. Maybe Maurice will take third. I know he's playing third base this year Sunday mornings. But what we're talking about right now, is the big question.
And don't forget about one combination that we forgot to talk about, and that's Bruce Wortman catching A.B. Cohen.
Well, that is big.
Bruce Wortman is the best catcher in the league. No offense to anybody.
Talk about really keeping you in a rhythm. That's
Bruce frames the ball, and Bruce has real thick Corey Matthews hair. You know that.
Oh, there we go again.
Bruce's hair is real.
So the team is great. Probably one of the deepest, maybe the top 2 of the deepest lineups in the league with a crazy amount of pop. We're talking about other teams not having that one bopper. This team's got 2 of them, maybe 3.
Yeah, but
we're not looking at Bobby.
By the way, they might have to make a trade or two to get a left side of the infield for one of the better.
Maybe you lose a little bit what you're hitting to get a shortstop.
Well,
or
that's
third
to be
baseman.
determined. Let's see what happens.
Okay, so that's the big question. Could the left side withstand